Hi all, hope you're all well. It's a very quick video basically about spuds and tubs, potatoes. What else would you be doing on a Sunday afternoon? So back in February I got some seed potatoes. Basically I put them through a process called chitting, and if anybody doesn't know what that means, it's basically when you get seed potatoes and you sort of set them on egg cartons somewhere where there's a wee bit of light, and basically they just form eyes or the chits. And it's basically like wee side shoots that comes out of the seed potato, and then you put them in pots, which is essentially what I'm doing. Now traditionally obviously you would grow potatoes in the ground, but for a couple of years now I've just been trialling potatoes in containers. Some years are better than others. You can see there's some potatoes in the crate previously, so I had 4 tubs here in total this year, and I done a trial batch before recording to make sure that they weren't completely unsuccessful. So I have this tub here, so I can't check this until I tip it out. But yeah, I'm just going to tip it and see what we have inside. That was a failed attempt, obviously. There we go, that was better. So yeah, as I was growing these, I don't put all the compost in one go. Generally what I do is I put a layer of compost at the bottom of the container, maybe some grit just to sort of add some drainage, and then as I see the potatoes growing up through the compost, then I add other layers on top of them. I think this tub's actually had better success than the first. I can't remember the type of potatoes these are. Obviously I know they're a red skin variety, but I don't remember the name just off the top of my head. But yeah, seems to be some decent sized potatoes in here. You do just have to rigorously go through it to find them all. It is strangely satisfying though, because you never really know until you tip the tub out what you're going to get. I think this variety of potato naturally is quite small anyway, so I wasn't expecting large potatoes in this. But there is theories, I've seen trials done online where people do this, and they say because if you're using a black plastic container, it attracts more heat earlier on at the potato stage of life, and sometimes that can actually give you better success if you're trying to get bigger potatoes. I'm not sure how true that is or not. Oh, this potato here actually feels warm, so that must have been one pressing right against the side of the plastic. So actually I've just proven my point. Yes, maybe there is something in that. Maybe they do retain heat through the walls of the pots. But yeah, essentially that is it. It's very easy to do. It's one of the most low maintenance veg you can grow. And you know, if you're short of space or you live in an apartment, you know, you can still do this. I've seen people online do it in compost bags or just any form of sort of vessel that you can retain earth in. You can see in that compost mix, as I was building the layers of compost, I was throwing green waste in, or I was throwing seedlings in that maybe weren't successful, or spent compost from seed trays. So, you know, you don't have to have the most high nutrition compost to do it in. But what I would say is you do have to change the compost every so often, you know, from year to year. So I don't know if I would reuse this compost or not again. I probably could, I probably will actually. You need to add chicken pellets and stuff to it just to make it, just to add more nutrition back into it. But yeah, I always just sort of have one last sift through just to see. Oh look, there's more there. So yeah, you can see it can be easy to miss them. Red Rooster, actually, I think is the variety. It sort of comes back to me now. But yeah, you can see how sort of strangely satisfying it is. You think you've got them all, and then there's a few hidden gems that every so often hide the way to the very bottom, and I thought I had went through it there. But yeah, like I said, if you're interested in growing vegetables and you don't know what to do for your first time, definitely give potatoes in tubs a go. I call it spuds and tubs. Very satisfying, and it's not a very high maintenance vegetable to do, just as long as you make sure that they're hydrated, obviously. Maybe add a liquid feed in growing season, and that's really it. I'm doing this in August, the harvesting part. but I probably could have done it at the end of June or July. I just hadn't got round to it. And with the weather being quite wet at the minute, I just thought it's better to do it now just before they start to rot. I'm pretty pleased with that. That's 2 tubs out of the 4 so far, so I would say by the time I have the other 2 done and one of the tubs is slightly bigger, I'll have filled the bottom of that crate easily. And yeah, just a free wee meal out of it all. So yeah, any questions, drop me a comment. I'll be glad to answer as best I can. But yeah, it's a very quick video of spuds and tubs. Bye.